Welcome back, everyone. Let's just jump right into the absolute frenzy that is AI news this week. We are looking at a wild environment right now. I'm talking deleted repositories, sudden cybersecurity rollbacks, and highly cryptic tweets from lead developers that are signaling some absolutely massive releases. It's a chaotic space, for sure, but that's exactly why we're here to break it all down in this explainer. Right now, the developer rumor mill is going into absolute overdrive, and the central question on everyone's mind is simply this: are we literally days away from the biggest AI drop of the year? Well, to answer that, we really need to cut through the noise. We're going to start untangling this whole web of leaks, vague posts, and actual hard data coming directly out of the biggest AI labs in the world to see what's really coming down the pipeline. Section 1. The GPT Astra Breadcrumb Trail. Decoding the cryptic clues left by OpenAI. Okay, so we're following this breadcrumb trail left by OpenAI employees, and the biggest clue dropped recently from a developer named Thibaut. He posted an update showing off some incredibly impressive uptime stats. We're talking the API, CLI, and VS Code extension sitting at a flawless 100%, with the web interface right behind at 99.98%. But, it wasn't the uptime that caught everyone's attention. At the very end of this totally routine status update, he casually dropped a massive teaser, stating point blank, Codex will have Astra. I mean, you just don't name drop a highly anticipated unreleased model on a public platform unless deployment is right around the corner. So the crucial piece of the puzzle here is understanding the timeline of a mysterious model codenamed MU4, which the community widely believes is actually Astra. Back in early August, MU4 was quietly slipped into 52 pull requests. But then, on August 7th, it vanished, just entirely removed. Why? Because it hit a critical threshold in their cybersecurity risk readiness framework. They basically had to hit the brakes because the model was just too capable. But now, in mid-August, that MU4 name has safely reappeared across OpenAI and Codex platforms. This heavily implies they've finally implemented the necessary safeguards and are targeting a release this very week. And adding even more fuel to the fire, OpenAI's Andrew Ambrosini recently changed his profile picture to directly match Anthropic's Dario Amodei and posted this highly cryptic message, locked in for the next 6 weeks. Now, if you remember the AI landscape earlier this spring, between March and May, we saw this exact same pattern. Back-to-back major releases from competing labs just desperately trying to outdo each other. This strongly hints we're entering another really heavy release cycle. Then, honestly, things got wonderfully weird. Another OpenAI employee, going by the handle Cynical Kitty, posted this bizarre, seemingly nonsensical repetition of words. Reading it out, it says CX Codex, 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 Thibaut. At first glance, it looks like a glitch, or maybe a typo. But in the highly technical AI community, nothing is ever just a typo, right? The community instantly jumped on this and decoded it as a literal math puzzle hinting at the release date. Watch how perfectly this breaks down. Codex has 5 letters, and it was written 4 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Thibaut has 4 letters, written 2 times. 4 times 2 is 8. If you put 20 and 8 together, you get 28, pointing directly to August 20th, which falls on a Thursday. And Thursdays just so happen to be OpenAI's absolute favorite day of the week to drop major updates. It's cryptic, sure, but it aligns perfectly with the fast-paced timeline we just discussed. Moving on to Section 2, Unlocking 1 million tokens, the real-world math behind the context window. 1 million. That is the massive, confirmed, new token context window available for the GPT 5.6 Soul model on Codex. To put that into perspective, with a real-world example, a 1 million token context window means you can feed the AI massive, sprawling code bases, entire series of books, or incredibly long historical conversation logs, and it will retain and understand literally all of it, simultaneously, without losing the plot. It's a game changer. Let's look at how this translates to everyday use for developers. Thibaut actually shared the exact configuration steps to unlock this permanently. You just open your config file, you set your model specifically to GPT 5.6 Soul, you manually change the model context window to 1 million, and finally, you set your auto-compact token limit to 900,000. That last step gives the system some breathing room before it starts compressing data. Doing this allows developers to permanently retain more code and context than ever before. However, there's a very practical reason you actually have to manually configure this. OpenAI intentionally sets the default context window significantly lower out of the box. While a 1 million token window gives you incredible capacity, it requires massive compute power. By keeping defaults lower, they optimize the speed of the model's responses and protect developers from accidentally racking up astronomical API costs during simple everyday tasks. So definitely use that massive window cautiously. Section 3. Claude Opus 6 fights back. Anthropic's rumored counterpunch. We have to remember, OpenAI isn't operating in a vacuum here. The early leaks surrounding Anthropic's Opus 6 are staggering. We're talking about a rumored 2.5 million token context window, which is more than double what we just saw from OpenAI, built on a significantly larger pre-training scale. What's fascinating is that these leaks suggest Opus 6 could actually challenge or even surpass Anthropic's current top-tier model, Fable 5. Think about that. If a lower-tier Opus model suddenly outperforms the flagship Fable model, it means Anthropic's entire lineup is due for a massive architectural update soon. But let's take a step back and look at these leaks objectively, because there's a glaring contradiction going around right now. Leak 1 claims Opus 6 outright outperforms Fable 5, but Leak 2 claims it only approaches Fable 5, yet does so at a fraction of the cost. Actually, scratch that, you rarely get both at the same time in this industry. If we look at historical context, the previous Opus 5 model was better than Fable in very specific, niche areas, but remained slightly below Fable overall. It's highly likely Opus 6 follows a similar trajectory, dominating in specific coding or reasoning benchmarks while remaining a highly cost-effective alternative. There's also a very real possibility that Opus 6 is inheriting its architecture directly from Anthropic's mysterious internal Model 2. We know from Anthropic's own risk assessment documents that they have a Model 2 operating internally that currently beats Fable 5. But true to Anthropic's notoriously strict safety culture, it remains totally unreleased to the public due to safety protocols. If Opus 6 is a scaled-down, safer version of that Model 2, it's going to be a formidable competitor to whatever Astra turns out to be. Section 4. Open source closes the gap. The unexpected rise of local models. So while the giant frontier labs are battling it out with cryptic tweets and massive server farms, the most shocking development this week comes from the open source underdogs. To sum up the current mood, just listen to this quote from Qwen. They weren't expecting this pace of local progress anywhere near this soon. The major AI labs have been completely caught off guard. For a long time, the assumption was that local, downloadable models would always lag a generation or two behind the giant corporate models. But you know what? That reality is actively fracturing right in front of us. And the recent scores from the Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index brilliantly illustrate exactly why the industry is so shocked. We now have scrappy, highly efficient local models, like the 27 billion parameter Qwen 3.8 hitting a score of 52. That perfectly matches OpenAI's own GPT 5.6 Luna Frontier model, and it doesn't stop there. Open-source models like DeepSeek V4 Pro and GLM 5.2 are actually scoring a 53, beating out a baseline Frontier model entirely. Seeing models like DeepSeek V4 Pro and GLM 5.2 chart higher than a major, well-funded Frontier model proves something crucial. Open-source developers aren't just making cute toy models anymore. They are rapidly accelerating their deployment and optimization techniques to eliminate the performance gap entirely. We are reaching a point where you can run frontier-level intelligence locally on your own hardware without paying API fees and without dealing with internet latency. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought to chew on today. As massive, highly anticipated updates like Astra and Opus 6 loom on the horizon, drawing all the mainstream media hype, the real paradigm-shifting battle might not be between the tech giants at all. The real battle might be against the unstoppable momentum of open source. If a collective of independent developers can already match billions of dollars of corporate R&D, who truly controls the future of AI? Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Keep your eyes peeled for those drops this week and keep learning.